A lot of stuff happened that night, a lot of really ugly things. The scariest part, though, was having him choke me and having him be 100% in control of my life at that moment. I remember thinking, they're going to find my body tomorrow. This is going to be a crime scene. Once he thought that I had passed out or was dead or whatever, he ripped my clothes off and raped me. It was very sick. It was just very sick. At a certain point, he had me tied into a chair in my room. And then he got the gun and he started loading it while he was like crazy eyes talking to me. I mean, his eyes were crazy. I don't know a better way to say what that was. And he left one chamber empty, and he showed me that he had one chamber empty. And then he pointed the gun at me and pulled the trigger. And had that chamber not been empty when he pulled the trigger, I would not be here. So eventually he said, you just need to be my wife again. And so I started agreeing with him. I said, okay. And he said, you need to come upstairs and sleep in my bed tonight. And I said, okay. And what are you going to tell people about how your eyes look? I said, I'll just say, and so he walked me through my story of how he was going to get out of this, because he sort of chickened out with what his plan was. He decided not to do it and decided he was just going to get me back this way. This was going to work. It was about 4 a.m. by the time everything was all done. We got through all of everything. So we're talking a 6 or 7 hour ordeal, basically being held hostage and threatened and raped and strangled and, everything. He laid there beside me and he just was whispering almost under his breath, it was all just a dream. This didn't really happen. This was just a dream. And I was like, God, I am so creeped out right now. I don't even know the right thing to do other than let's just let him believe that he's in charge. You are 100% in charge and I'll do whatever you say. He actually had 100 years worth of charges on him for that night. And he plea bargained for 14 years and I think 7 months. People asked me what I thought. How long would it be okay? What would make me feel like justice was served, and my answer was, I just want to make sure that I can safely raise my kids before he gets out of jail, because I think that I'm going to have to leave the country once he's free.